Good morning, how are we? Welcome to the channel. My name's Corinne and I'm the Golfing Princess, and if you're new, welcome. If you're new, if you are returning, sorry, welcome back. Now, just me today, sorry, poor Neil is at work, but I thought I'd take the opportunity while I'm not on the golf course to unbox this little baby. Now, I'll be honest, I've had it a little while, but it's still sealed and intact. So I thought, why not share it with you guys, the excitement of unveiling a new toy. Now, it's not overly sharp, don't worry, I'm wielding this knife around, but it's not overly sharp. So, without further ado, let's get into it and see what it is. Now, if you've looked closely, you may have seen what it says on the actual box. So, I ordered this a while ago on a recommendation. So at the minute I'm having a few issues with putting speeds. Oh, sorry. So I was recommended this. We have got a putting mat as you've seen before, but this one's better. Obviously it comes with a better price tag as well. Now this I purchased on Amazon and it cost me $59.99. So I will put the links in the description below if you want to have a look yourself. But it's a Ram dual grain putting mat with foam slope. So, oh look, these are the foam slopes. Oh, they're quite funky. So I'm guessing you put these under the mat somewhere, so it can kind of like give that sloping motion. You can make a bigger slope or a smaller slope. Oh, funky. We've got little things. We've got, oh hang on, oh I know what this is. So this is I want to call it a sweeper, but it's not. So because it's got dual grain on it, and I'll show you what I mean by dual grain, this is a little gadget to sweep the grain back one way or the other, depending on how you want to play it. So this is quite a funky little contraption. So it's made of plastic, and this is like a hard foam. So I'm guessing what you do, I do a lot of guessing in this game, is you basically just sort of drag that over the mats one way or the other. Obviously we'll give this a go and see what it's like. But yeah, quite funky. Now this is the putting mat. So on first inspection of it, it definitely feels a lot better than the one that we got before. The one I got before, I paid about 30 quid on eBay for it. And it was okay, it served a purpose, but this, you can already feel the quality is massively different. So it's got, it's all very nicely wrapped with this little thing. You can't really see the quality, but it does feel quite velvety, I must admit. So that's the mat, and it's got that on both sides of it. So the idea is you put your ball there, and this is the distance that you take your putter back, depending on how far you want to put it. Now it's an 8-foot putting mat, so you go one way for one grain, and then you go the other way for the other grain. So the idea with the grains, the different grains, is one is to mimic a slow green, and one is to mimic a faster green. If you go in with the grain of the, that's like a velvety material. If you're going with it, it's a smoother run for the ball, so it'll run faster. If you're going against it, it's going to mimic that slower green, so you need to give it a little bit more shove. That's a technical term for a putt. Now on the back of it, it's got like an anti-slip rubber. It's got like little loads of, it's almost like you get the bath mats that sort of like anti-slip bits on them. It's kind of like that, I don't know if you can see. So all the little circles are like little bits of rubber. So yeah, it's on first outing from the box, it feels really nice. It feels high quality. That's what I'm trying to say. So based on what I've seen now, yes, I would recommend you get one because it's 60 quid, and it feels nice. It feels a lot better than the one we got before. The other one feels really cheap. So again, what we'll do on these, I'm guessing, is you will put these underneath the mat, and it will mimic a slope somewhere. So these are what I'm aiming for the holes, I'm guessing, as well. Yep. So the next thing to do really is get on the kitchen floor and give it a whirl. So first things first is to to not break this, obviously. So, I think that's what I've done wrong. I can't even put this together correctly. There we go. Right, so it's laid out. So I'm just going to smooth this so it's all in the way of the material. Now I am starting at the difficult end, so I am going to be starting against the grain. Whether that's a good idea or not, I don't know. Maybe I could start at this end actually. No, I'll turn it round. I'll turn it round. So guys, if this is to start with, it will be much more organised. So I'm going to start by going on the smooth, shall we say? That's better. So I just saw a bit of fluff somewhere, which I think it's gone. It's gone. Right, so next thing I will put a cup on there. And I don't quite know where I'm going to be aiming. I'll give you that. Now, if you can see these, you've got these 3 lines here, and that's how far back your stroke goes. And then you've got the 3 lines here, which is how forward your stroke goes. You'll see when I start doing it. But so far, I must say I quite like it. Easy to set up, easy to understand. It's all marked out for distances. So let's start by taking my putter back to just the little bit and see how far that goes to the first line. Wasn't quite straight, but went about 4 foot, so I'll do another one. Better. Okay, so going towards the grain, so a fast green, doing that small putting stroke, just that, we'll go about 4 foot. Okay, let's go to the next one back. That's about 6 foot. I'll just try it again, see if it was a lucky fluke. The other thing about this mat is, if your floor is not quite straight, it will obviously affect where your ball rolls. So now that went about 7 foot. Okay. It's roughly 4, 6 to 7, and then I'll see where this bigger one goes, taking it right to the last. Well, that went well off. So it seems to be going more to the right of the target. Left, sorry. Let's see if I can actually get one into that cup. Oh, they're all going that way. So actually, but all my balls here, I don't think it's all me, I think all my balls have been going off to the left, so I don't think it's, I think my floor's slightly out, which wouldn't surprise me. So I'm going to do a quick flick, turn it round so it's the against the grain, and see how we get on. And then we might even throw in the odd slope, see how that works. Right, so before I start, I am just going to make sure, oh, this is what this is for. There we go. So you're actually pulling the grain to make it that bit slower. Feels like I'm curling here. So that's just open the grain up to make it a slower green. So, first bolt, last time it went about 4 foot on the small thing, small target. That's about the same. Didn't quite go as fast though. I noticed last time it was going 4 foot, but it was going a little bit faster. Oh, they're straighter as well. Maybe I prefer putting on the grain. I better put one of these down here just in case the last one goes in. So this is the second marker. So that definitely was slower because it stopped before it got to the 6 foot mark. Definitely slower. The other thing to take into account when you're doing anything like this is your putting stroke. I'm trying to maintain a smooth putting stroke. I'm not kind of like, if you can see this, I'm not going back and then stabbing at it. I'm trying to keep a nice tempo as I'm doing the putting stroke, because that's obviously going to affect your results. If you try and stab at it, it is going to shoot across the green. So this is the last marker, the longer put. Again, you can definitely tell the difference of the speed of the ball. Definitely. Oh, that was so close to going into the hole as well. But do you know what? That just shows you how slow simply doing that's made it. You know, scraping against the back of the grain has made it. Now, let's test. In fact, what you can actually see as well, when you do it against the grain, you can see the lines of where your ball has actually gone. So that can be quite helpful as well, because you can see, obviously if you're on a flatter surface, you can see if it's your stroke that's going off or if you're going straight or whatever. So where shall we put this? I'll put this around about the halfway mark. So this, as I say, is the little hill. So it's just a little hill there in the middle. I'll just give this another reset, so to speak. In fact, shall I make it a little bit more tricky? I'll do it slightly angled, so I've got to try and read a break. I think that's the idea of these things. So, if I've got a slight break, where do I need to be going? I think I need to be going right to left. Oh no, completely misread that. Let's try left to right, shall we? that kind of went straight. Let's have a go going straight down the middle and see what happens. But this will just demonstrate actually. I'm doing the smaller. To get to the cup before, I would like to do the outer lines. I'm just going pretty much to the second to get it over the hump, and the hump will actually take it the rest of the way. Look at that. What a way to finish. Perfect. So that just shows you, if you're looking at your target, this is actually going to be quite a good exercise for me for gauging distances. I can look on a green and say, right, I'm about 8 foot. I need to be moving the putter certain distances forward and back, and also I know if there's a bit of a hump in it, this is going to help me to rein it in a little bit, I think. I mean, the practice, you know, the proof's going to be when I actually get on the course and try on the course, the putting of course. But I think this for me is going to be a really good training aid. I say it's a lot better than the last one I got. The last one I got was just basically a bit of felt. There's no markings on it, there's no targets on it, and there was certainly none of this assisting with your putting stroke forward and back. So it's for me, I think it's going to be quite a good investment, but we shall see. So I hope you enjoyed that. Just a little review video again. As I said, when I do get a new toy to play with, I will unbox it and review it for you and give my honest opinion if I think it's any good or not. So if you are looking at a putting mat, the Ram one is a decent one to go for. I would say don't invest in one of the cheap jobs that's just a felt mat. They're alright for a bit of fun, but if you're serious about changing your putting and actually improving your putting, you want something like this that's got the markings on it. There are other brands out there. They put out, I think they've got a mat that's very similar that's got the markings on it as well. I've not tried one of them yet. I couldn't get hold of one when I wanted one, but I have got this now. I'm going to use it, I'm going to practice it, and I'm going to take it out onto the course, see if it actually does any improvements for me. So I'll keep you posted, but if you keep on watching the golfing vlogs, you'll probably see yourself. So take care, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll stay safe, and I'll see you soon. Laters.